Hey, Lowco Hoops fans. We are live on the Lowco Hoops Report. First big Tuesday night of like kind of full slate type stuff, Robbie. Justin Jarrett with Rob Benson. Wes Kerr will be coming along shortly. He got delayed because he stayed to the end at Bluffton. I had to scoot out of there and get some stuff done before the show. But he saw an overtime thriller in the boys game. Bluffton wins it 49-48. He said Hampton had a chance to win it on a layup at the buzzer, basically, and KJ Chaplin got over and defended it well enough to alter the shot. They didn't get it in there. So a thrilling finish that Wes will tell us more about later. We'll also have Tristan Roberts and possibly Javon Livingston from Beaufort's Own jumping on to talk about Battery Creek against Stahl. We got scores going across the bottom. Robbie, you were at Cross. I don't have the scores from the Cross versus varsity opponent contests, but how'd that go over there?
Varsity versus varsity opponent. Solid.
That's what it says on Max Preps.
Yes, yeah. Well, what's funny is that might well be the boys' team they played. I'm not exactly sure. It said CHS on their shirts, so that could be a whole lot of things. We could speculate, I guess, all night long, right?
Varsity opponent. Was that Coastal Homeschool? Is that?
CHS Coastal Homeschool, but it wasn't their color scheme.
But Coastal Homeschool played Hilton Head Christian tonight, so that doesn't check out.
That does not check out, my friend. But you know what? They actually split off of each other. They're rivaling homeschool programs right now, Justin. One of which is now out of glorious Hardyville Rec Center, and then the other of which is out of a church just outside of Pooler. Which is the traditional coastal homeschool, right? That we've seen the last several years.
Yeah.
The new one, they call themselves the Southeastern Homeschool Phoenix. So there you go.
Phoenix. Ooh, I do like the Phoenix.
Well, they're rising.
It's not bad.
Out of the ashes, bro. Out of the ashes.
You got me with that one. No, how'd it go over there? Cross
girls are, they continue to do their thing. I'm not sure exactly what it means based off the level of competition they've played yet, but definitely they got some talented kids. And certainly the love gets spread around. There's a lot of different people contributing at different times. PJ holds it down at point guard. That's sort of their thing. When she goes out, they stray a little in terms of turnovers and this and that. But they have capable scorers, and they have a lot of kids who run and get out. So, and then Lexana Maldonado is a really nice up and coming. She's not a big. She's like 5'8", right? 5'9".
Yeah.
But
medium.
She's a medium. Probably like a 3. And you know what? Actually, she's done a nice job of extending and handling. She's like that kid will go between her legs on the break, and and she's very efficient in and around the rim. So Cross is something to look at, certainly in those lower skis of brackets. Certainly, I'm there, and I think it's a building program. I'm not sure how the boys thing turned out. They were the ones with the CHS on their chest, my friend.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We will. We'll have to see.
We played the Phoenix.
We'll have to see again. Well, but it was the boys, the Coastal Homeschool boys, who were playing Hilton Head Christian boys tonight.
Well, so let me tell you why that's all a confusion, right? At the first game out at
Are they just borrowing Are they borrowing their old jerseys? They just keep them.
That's incredibly possible. Now that you mention it, but it certainly is one of those things where the person who started the Phoenix comes out of Coastal Homeschool. She was one of the better players of the last several years. And then, of course, I just don't know where the boys' side of that program came from. And that seems to be,
Gotcha.
they're the Misto program right now, and how they ended up doing tonight. It actually seemed like it was going to be a hotly contested contest. I'm just not sure who came out on top as of now.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to hearing from our friend Doc about how that went. But we do have a friend in the green room ready to chat about Battery Creek. Girls took it on the chin, which is no surprise because they're going to go through it this year, I think. But the boys got a nice dub. So let's welcome in Tristan Roberts, our friend, Whale Branch student, and doing outstanding work, man. I heard you on the Buford Zone games the last couple of nights, and you and Javon, you're doing a great job on the call. Definitely calling you the next time we need somebody to fill in on the Sandshark Game Day Network because you got it on lock. But thanks for joining us, man. Tell us about the games tonight. Creek girls are going to be a little bit down. I think we all knew that. They graduated a good bit, and then Genesis went over to Cross with Robbie and them. But then the guys, I think they had high hopes, and tonight was a good sign, getting a big win over Stall.
with Robbie in them.
Yeah, you're over that Cross.
I mean, I guess my daughter's there. Yeah, both of them.
So. You're there.
So yeah,
you're in it.
Stingray up or something. All right, let's go.
Yeah, with the girls game, I tuned in for like the second half. I got there a little bit late, but for the girls game, what I saw was that their ball handling, they just don't have like a primary ball handler for Creek. I mean, for Stall, their girls, like you could tell they were obviously more coached than the Creek girls, I would say. Like better coached. Number 12 on Stall. I'm not sure who that is. I didn't get the roster for that girls game.
We got some.
Yeah.
Got some highlights. Oh,
the person that I saw
I lost you there, Tristan.
Sir?
Still got audio?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I lost Tristan's audio.
I did too as well.
Oh.
And I was liking it, so.
No. Where'd your mic go, bro?
I have no clue. Hold up. What happened?
I mean, he's there somewhere.
Yeah.
I can hear him a little.
I lost his audio.
But he already spoke to a big point, right? In terms of the Creek girls, like they don't have ball.
He did.
I
will start the highlights rolling here, and then hopefully Tristan, we can figure out what's going on with his mic. He'll try to get that sorted out. It happens. Technology happens, but yeah. Oh, we got guys here. I thought we had the girls highlights. Is this guys or girls? I can't see.
That's the issue.
Yeah, that is definitely the issue. This is the guy.
That's fellas.
That's fellas for sure.
Yeah.
I thought we had the girls up there, but we're looking at the guys. We don't probably need to watch the girls anyway. It's going to be.
DJ, man, that's a pretty good win.
It is a good win for the guys. You back, T?
Yeah, I should be good now. Is this
all right? Yeah, we got you now.
All right. So, like I was saying, girls' game. Looked like number 12 for Stall was really their primary ball handler, the playmaker on the team, and that's really all I got to see for the girls' game. Creek's girls, they had a turnover problem. That's kind of what it started off close at halftime, and then kind of got away from them in the second half. The Creek and Stall boys, it was a good game to start off. It was a very aggressive. Creek was playing a very aggressive defense with Coach Capers. When I had a talk with Coach Brown, he said that was one of their main changes, having a great defensive coach and Coach Capers. And, he used to coach Whale Branch boys, and that's how kind of Wade got that defensive style going with the full court presses and the traps in the corner and everything. So that's kind of how it started off. It was a slow start, low scoring game in the first quarter. I think the score was like 7-5. First quarter ended, and it was a low scoring game. And then Creek after halftime, Gabe Leggett, he started hitting his shots, and was number 2. I think it was Elijah.
Oh yeah.
Elijah.
Mathis.
Mathis. Elijah Mathis. He started.
That's the guy they're excited about, right?
Yeah. I've heard a lot about him from Creek students that I'm friends with. So He started getting going in that second half, and that's what kind of set them apart. Like I said, their aggressive defense caused Stall to force like bad passes. They were all in the passing lanes. Like Stall couldn't get a pass off without Creek getting a hand on it at least. So that's kind of the sum up that I got. But to note, Stall did lose two of their best players, and Terrence Johnson, who was averaging like 21 last year, and KJ Dukes, I believe. He was averaging like 18, and they both transferred out. So I feel like that's what kind of contributed to what we saw tonight.
Yeah. This Creek team could be fun.
Yeah.
Good for CJ. Good for CJ.
Yeah, man. Homegrown. Right?
Yeah.
Like he's been training them up for a while and it's going hard and has stuck with the process and he's got a lot of kids he gets out. Like good on them. Good on them. Love to see it.
Love to see it indeed. Tristan, what any other takeaways about this? You said the Elijah Mathis, he was pretty impressive because I know that's the name I've been hearing too, and I haven't got to see him yet. I'm hoping to get over there either Friday or Saturday. But what do you think about him in specific?
Elijah Mathis, he did get off kind of to a slow start in this game. He was missing kind of like contested layups that people said that he normally makes during practice and during shoot arounds and everything. But once the second half, I don't know what Coach Brown said to him, but he did get going, started making contested layups. He started shooting the ball a little bit better, started playmaking a little bit more, seeing the floor better. So all overall takeaway, I feel like he's a great athlete. He's going to be a problem to deal with like because Buford High, Bridges, and Well Branch kids were in attendance for basketball teams. So I feel like
nice.
That's going to be kind of a problem for them to deal with throughout the year or throughout this season.
That's one of the things I love about these early season games when not everybody's playing. Like over at the Bluffton game, like the Gonzalez guys from Buford Academy were over there, and like you get to see a lot of people out in the gyms that later on in the season everybody will be busy, and they'll all be in the gyms the same nights. You won't be able to see that as much, but I like these early season matchups, getting to see people out and about. It's always good to get back into the gym and see different people, get a break from the football crowd and see the basketball crowd a little bit. But so you've done 2 nights in a row, T? You've been on the air 2 nights in a row?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The first night I was doing color commentary strictly, and then tonight I was doing everything with the interviews, color commentary as well. But as I said, I got there late, so I wasn't doing the girls' color commentary.
That's awesome, man. What did you think about Buford last night? The girls, again, I think they're going to struggle, but the guys, I thought, looked pretty scrappy. They played pretty tough.
Oh yeah, the guys for Buford High, they played really good basketball. I mean, I think the thing that they're missing is just a consistent scorer. I feel like if Samari Bonds can get going and be that consistent scorer, that consistent 3-point shooter or 3-and-D guy that they need, they'll win a lot more of these 50-50 games. Because as you like from what I saw, it was 50-50 up until halftime, and that's when Buford kind of started missing their shots, missing their contested layups. Like the things that they were hitting in the first half, they weren't really hitting in the second half. And I think just the Swamp Foxes, Jaleel Hope just got going in the second half. I think that's another thing that just happened that they couldn't really control. I mean, all state guard right there. I mean, you can't really do much to really stop him. So.
Yeah, he was pretty nice, and I know he was a little slow getting started last night. At least the first half, but when he got going, yeah, I mean, you could see he's going to be a matchup problem for people. Jaleel Hope, but you're right. They don't really have a guy who can just go get a bucket other than Samari, and because he has to do so much, he sometimes kind of forces it. And I think he had double-digit turnovers last night and fouled out. Because like he's just got to go 1,000 miles an hour all the time, and so they've got to have some guys kind of step up and take some of the load off him so he can play more under control, I think. But
one of the guys I was looking at was Amani Kalecki. I think he was a transfer. He transferred in. From what I saw, he seems like a really shifty guard. I feel like he could kind of step up and be that number 2 or maybe even take that number 1 spot in the scoring for Buford High. If he can get the buckets going finish some of those contested layups. I know it's a little tougher since he's on a little bit of the smaller side, but
Yeah.
If he can get some of those buckets to go in, then that'll open up the offense a lot more. They'll have to worry about a shifty guard that's getting past them along with Samari shooting, and that's just a problem to deal with for the defenses.
Yeah, definitely. I like the big kid too, Brandon Blackman. He was pretty effective.
Oh yeah, he got in. He was blocking shots. I liked what I saw from him, making some contested layups. Like I said,
I think he had 11 and 8, which is
yeah,
pretty solid night against Ashley Ridge. That's not bad.
Yeah, I feel like that might need to be. He might need to be in a lineup a little bit more going throughout the season. I liked what I saw from Blackman today or yesterday.
Yeah, I did too. All right, man. Any other thoughts? You want to hang out with us for a while and talk about other games, or?
Nah, I got school.
You got homework?
I got school in the morning, man.
Right on. Well, we appreciate you, man, and we'll look forward to you next. When you on the air again?
I have no clue. I don't know if I'm going to be on the air Friday, so I'll see.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to hearing you again on Buford's Own, and we'll definitely. You're always welcome here on Lowco, buddy.
All right, thank you, man.
Have a great night, Tristan.
You too.
Take it easy.
All right. Great kid. He's doing a great job, man.
Man. He is.
Love working with these kids. It's so fun. So great. Let's shout out some sponsors, Robbie.
Get after it.
Megan Jarrett is the official realtor of Lowco Sports. She's also my wife. She's with the Keller Williams of the Low Country, and she would love to help you find a place in the Lowco, whether it's a starter home, forever home, investment property, apartment, whatever you need. By the way, I love your profile photo, Robbie. But Megan Jarrett is the official realtor of Lowco Sports, and if you're in the real estate market, she's your gal. I can get you in touch with her very easily. I'm good for that. And when you find a perfect home, we will call on homegrown home inspections. My bestie Jan Lucas will get his team out there to check it out and make sure it is a good to go situation to invest in the real estate market. And so Homegrown Home Inspections is the official home inspector of Lowco Sports. So let them be your eyes and ears and your biggest advocate until move-in day. And then when it's time to sign the papers, we'll go to Mickelson Law Firm. Go see Ryan and Tiffany and the Mickle Squad, the official real estate closing attorneys of Lowco Sports and our original sponsors since 2017 when we started this thing. They can take care of all your legal needs down at Mickelson Law Firm. And finally, Hospice Care, the Low Country, our last MVP sponsor, official hospice care of Lowco Sports. Just got a couple more days left in Hospice and Palliative Care Month, Rob. So I hope you have paid proper homage during November. But love James Disman and the team over there, the official hospice of Lowco Sports, Hospice Care of the Low Country, where it's not about dying, it's about living. And Robbie Benson, let's talk some more hoops. We got Doc. Doc's a few minutes out. He says he's coming in because the Stingrays.
Yeah, that was quite a tagline on the back end of the sponsors.
You like that?
Yeah.
It's not about dying, it's about living.
Correct.
Yeah, that's all hospice care. I can't take credit for that one.
Yeah, they did that. They do good work. They do
terrific work. Yeah, James Dismond, Jimmy Diamond, Sharonica Gavin works over there. She's good people as well. I believe she's like Linda's big sister or something. Or
yeah, that's right. And I knew several of the other sponsors as well, Mickelson and all them. Good people all around.
Yeah, all of them. Great people. I don't know if you know Jan, but you would like Jan. He's
I've met your wife as well. She's good people also.
Yeah. I mean, obviously.
So that's where it started. So I just, double back around.
It's all good. We got the whole real estate block in there. We just need, we need a mortgage.
So what do we know? What do we know about this Hilton Head Christian boys thing? Because I heard I heard the great Caden Turner was back tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I texted Willie and said, "How'd we do?" And he replied, "For sure, 24 points, 2 charges, trying to get rebounds and assists." And so I don't think that was meant for me.
No, I think we know what Eli did now.
Yeah, right, but I don't think he intended to send that to me. I think he intended to send that to someone else.
Right.
I must have popped in his inbox right at the wrong time.
Yeah, I got you.
But
Well,
that sounds good. I mean, that sounds promising. What you said there. Let me hit
yeah.
refresh here and see if we got a score yet.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you
no,
said
not posted
Doc
yet.
was coming on in a couple of minutes, you said, right?
Doc said he'd be on. Oh, 82:45. He must be watching because he just texted me. Said 82:45 was the final. So they put it on him a little better than they did last time. Last time it was 69:56. So that's good. It's a good sign. Going in the right direction. There he is.
They got that. Well,
There
they
he
got
is.
back there. Isaiah Anderson and Caden and whomever else, right?
And then Harris and Skinner and they got some. They got some
No, but I
guys.
mean, like from football, from the first time they
Oh
played.
yeah. Oh yeah. They didn't have everybody. That's right. That
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
pretty.
They were still active on the football
That
season,
was
so
pre-football. So that was a good number of people. Good number.
for sure.
Yeah.
And obviously Caden wasn't there, and Isaiah Anderson wasn't there, so that's a whole different beast.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, speak of the devil, there he is. Coach Doc from Cross. What's up, buddy?
Hey, how are you, Justin?
You live in Large? We got Robbie B on here too. You know him.
Yeah, I do. I do feel like I'm living large. It's nice to be 1-0 in conference, right? Because that's really what you're judged by is your peers, and if you can beat up on teams that are about your level. So that's the biggest thing. That's why I think Bill Self's the greatest college coach out right now is because he's won his conference like 19 out of 21 years or something.
Wait, this is a conference game? This is a
It's a
Skeeza game?
conference game. Mm-hmm.
Who was this
Who'd you
squad
play?
then?
We played the complete student.
Oh,
there it was,
the
Justin. That
Swamp
was
Rabbit.
so. I had. Yeah. Okay, I was a little off.
TCS.
Yes. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, the Swamp Rabbits. Oh, yes, the Swamp Rabbits.
Yes, the
Okay,
Swamp
the
Rabbits.
legend
Which,
of the Swamp
by the way,
Rabbits
has
club.
got to be the most awesome nickname around here.
All-timer.
Yeah, we've discussed this.
All-timer.
Like Swamp Rabbits is an unreal nickname.
Unreal.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's for the ages. Now, but it sounds like so like Doc, what went well, what didn't go well, who played well? Give us a lowdown.
The lowdown, right? That's why that's the name of the podcast.
Yep.
Quentin Beasley was really awesome for us. Really awesome on the front of our press. That worked really well. And then finishing in traffic, much better in the second half than he was in the first. But he did a really awesome job. Reeves Hall was awesome, especially defensively. I think he had like almost 10 steals today. I'll have to break down the stats, but that was really awesome. So defensively, that was the biggest thing for us is getting up and getting pressure. And then we had Kieran knocking down threes from the outside, Kieran Bogus. So I'm a little freshman. So
Kieran's a shooter, man.
Yeah.
He's been shooting for percentage here, like in practice and when I've just seen him, putting up shots, he's a little gym rat and it's definitely a capable marksman, I've noticed. So that's promising for the future, right?
Yeah, he had 4 threes against AJA. In our last game, he was our leading scorer.
That's where he came from, right? So that was a little bit of a grudge match.
A little bit of a revenge game. He still has love for everyone out there. It was just too far of a commute for him. I'll take him. He's a good player, right?
He is for sure.
Against them. And then tonight, I think he had only 2, but less opportunities. We got a couple guys a little bit more minutes once the league got out of hand. So
there you go. That's something you like to see in terms of getting on the other side of the winning column, but not just that, but putting that many points on the board against an in-conference foe or a region foe. Tell me, like, what's the next level for you guys? What are you trying to get after, beyond here? Obviously, whatever's the next game, but what's the end game for Cross? Where are you trying to get to and how fast?
The top as fast as possible, right? That's the default answer I got to give. So first of all, I'm looking at Holy Trinity. On Friday, they lost to AJ as well to a pretty similar score, so it should be a pretty competitive game as far as we can tell. They got a pretty good. I think they have an 8th grader playing up on varsity. He's pretty good. I coached him in a camp, Caleb, but I don't remember his last name. He's a pretty good player, but for us, it's just about moving forward and trying to implement the style of basketball that I want to play. That's fun. So for us, it's just the the thing is culture, right? We want to, get these kids trained in being aggressive and in these right spots, because once they know where to be, then you get those nuances, and then you can start teaching the little things, right? And those little things add up. So for me, it's just about trying to get culture in here and getting people that want to play like, we're going to play at Cross. So
well, there you go. Good start tonight.
Yeah. And I mean, Holy Trinity is definitely like, when you talk about your peers, like it's like you guys are basically two sides of the same coin on opposite sides of the river. So that should be a good little measuring stick for you. See where you are. They're a little further down the road as far as
They got a nice new gym, man. They got a nice new gym. That place is sweet. Yeah, it's sweet. We were over there for volleyball in the fall, and it's actually no longer like Ladies Island side. It's closer to the hospital. You just go a little farther down, but it's a beautiful facility. So
yeah, well, I mean, they had a pretty good team a couple years ago before Dyer got hurt. That kind of derailed them that one season. They were going to be pretty good, I think, but and then he was still good last year. They just didn't have as much around him last year as they did the year before.
Yeah, Levi was a problem.
Yeah, he's a good player. Yeah. Oh, good. Willie gets to play. He's coming in to talk about Hilton Head Christian. But congrats, Doc. Enjoy the dub, and we'll talk to you again soon, man.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Justin. Thanks Robbie.
Take it easy.
All right, bye.
Later, Doc.
All right, that's Archibald from the Cross Stingrays. Stingrays up tonight, Robbie.
You know what's up, man? Like that's a good young coach right there.
It really is.
On the real, like, just if you're talking about pedigree in the area and you're talking 100%. About someone who has background, are you kidding?
Oh no, the dude's unreal.
Yeah,
truly, one meeting with him and I was just like, oh my god, yes. Like,
yeah.
Tell me more.
I think his uncle right now is the coach at BYU. His dad's on staff at Tarleton State. He played under Billy Clyde Gillespie. His dad coached under Billy Clyde Gillespie. His dad's coach.
My boy Jordan Geis from Mizzou, like, he's gonna be in his wedding or something. Like, they're
that's the way that goes. Yeah,
because they played together at Ranger.
Yeah, that's right. Like, so especially once you get into the Texas JUCO kind of scene and the Midwest sort of stuff, which has also been kind to our boy Nick Kringle over there, at Whale Branch when he went to Hutch.
So, no, he didn't go to Hutch. He went to Garden City or to Dodge City.
He went to Dodge City.
No, Garden City.
Garden City.
Right?
Same conference.
Dodge City. I was right the first time.
He was at Dodge City. That's the same. Is that same conference as Hutch?
Yeah, it is. It's all KJCCC. Who went to Hutch was Garvin Douglas, May River.
Oh, really? Did he really?
He went to Hutch for football.
Yeah. That's sort of, yeah.
But I think he's at Savannah State now. But hey, we got Willie White, aka Coach Will. Now he got a new name on here, and he looks like he's getting ready to go on the space shuttle. Who's sneaking up on him?
That's Eli.
Eli. What's up, Eli?
You want to take? Here you go.
Yeah, you want to get in here, Eli? Even better. Get him in here. Get out of there, Willie. What's up, Eli?
Yeah, Willie, go.
Doing?
Hey, get in here. Come on. Take your dad's
here.
Yeah, come on. Tell us about it. You guys got the whole squad now, huh? A little different this time around?
Yeah, Zay was hurt still a little bit, so he got limited minutes. But yeah, we had basically the whole squad.
Tell us what happened.
First quarter we came out hot. I think we had like 30 in the first quarter. We started slowing down a little bit though. Just being sloppy, like rushing a little bit, but then we got right back to it. Yeah, it was a good game. It was fun to play in too.
Robbie,
I got a question, man. How's Dylan blending in? I know he came back, right? Is that right?
He's blending in real good because we played with him a lot during AAU too, so we got a little chemistry with him. A couple people play with him, so I say he's blending in real good too.
Nice. Is who's running point up there? Like, I know are they running Harry off the ball some? You getting some, shine, with the ball in your hand, or is it just kind of like whoever pulls it off the glass? What's this look like under Colella?
We got a couple of people like smaller. Like we got a new dude now. His name is Alex. He plays a little point. Harry, Dorian. So, but we all like get in the mix when it comes to like playing point really. But our primary point guard is Harry.
Cool. You advancing the ball this year?
Yeah. Gotta get my assist though this year.
Yeah, getting it up the court a little bit. So that's a good thing, man. Like, you want to see you guys get some points, right?
Yes, sir.
You put up 82 tonight. You didn't get to put up that many very often last year. It was a little more structured. You enjoy being able to get out a little bit and be a little more freewheeling on offense?
Say it again. I heard you put up 82, then it cut out.
Yeah, are you enjoying being able to get out and run a little bit more, be a little more freewheeling?
A lot more. I feel like that's where I shine for. So yeah.
It's a fun style of basketball that Kalila likes to play. I know the young guys enjoy that. You've been paying attention to Hilton at Prep. They won again tonight against Patrick Henry, which is expected. Another low-scoring game, though. 47-39. So they're going to grind you.
They love it.
Yeah,
they running the Princeton, baby.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah, man. So that's a clash of styles right there, right? You guys are trying to get up and down, play as fast as you can, take advantage of the athletes. Eli, you being, one, Q coming back, Isaiah, all that sort of stuff. But then Prep, they're gonna slow it down.
Yo, I already know.
Yes. So that clash of styles is good stuff in the Low Country.
No doubt. Wes joins us. Wes Kerr has made it back from an overtime thriller at Bluffton, where Bluffton knocked off Hampton tonight. Eli, 49-48.
No surprising because
Bluffton knocked off Hampton.
Yeah, they were continuing to create the buzzer when you were there. Then you took off, and then Bluffton got to work, forcing some turnovers and producing on the offensive side. And then they just kept grinding away. They actually had the lead after the third quarter. Hampton kind of came back and did what the Bobcats were doing and get some quick steals. But Bluffton never wavering, continuing to battle and close the deficit. And then a couple of clutch free throws at the end of the regulation. 3 straight after Jamar Mann was fouled with 0.4 seconds to go. He goes to the line, makes all 3 to tie it. Then we go to overtime. A couple of free throws at either side. And Mekhi Hamilton is the difference, making 2 shots in the final seconds from the free throw stripe to go up 49-48. And a last-ditch defensive play by Khalil Chaplin to force a miss point blank with a layup from Hampton County to hold on. I mean, what an absolute thriller of a ball game. And I think this says a lot about how good both teams would be. But how about this Bluffton squad? They have got some athletes. They've got some guys who can play some tough, hard-nosed defense, and they've got some clutch performers. So I'm going to send you some content when I'm able to. But I got post-game from Bluffton's new head coach and also some other footage. But what a game to start the season. Can't ask for anything more than a overtime thriller like that.
Wow. Yeah, good stuff. We got Eli on here too. HHCA won big 82-45 tonight. We already talked to Doc. We haven't been. We had Tristan in here talking about Battery Creek. Man, we're having a good time while you were driving home from Bluffton. But before we let Eli go, Eli, what do you think about that? You guys got Hampton on the schedule. You a little surprised Bluffton got him?
Yeah, I am surprised they got him. I did not expect it. I thought Hampton was real good this year.
I mean, I think they will be. Like, the football guys are still just getting their legs.
Yeah.
Like Kayvon and Xavier and even Goodman, like they're not in full run yet, but I think they're going to be really good still. But that says a lot about Bluffton to me.
It does.
Avon had 13 this game. Yeah, Avon had 13. He was ready.
Avon had a bunch of blocks in the first half, and they just stopped going in there because Kayvon was getting some nasty blocks. Nasty blocks. It was fun though. But hey, Eli, you got stuff you got to do. You want to put pops on? Are you good?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, we appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it.
Good work, Eli.
All right, 2 for 1, baby.
That's the person y'all really wanted to hear from anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I said get on here when we saw him in the background.
Rather hear from the athletes than us old has-beens.
100%, always. But no, I mean that's fun. That's fun that HHCA boys are going to be, play a little more to their personnel this season. I think that's going to be interesting. Robbie, you over there?
Yeah, I'm right here, my friend.
I'm having technical difficulties.
Cool.
Yeah.
I want to hear your reaction from that Bluffton game. Did you expect the Bobcats to come out of this on top and pull it out after being down double digits?
I personally did not like, I mean, but we're not very far off of Hampton Oceanside, right? Like maybe what 4 or 5 days where there's I mean, it's not just a conditioning thing, it's which it is a conditioning thing. It's very different football and basketball, but it's also sort of like that's a deep run, that's a heartbreaker. It's a a small community that's now combined 2 schools into one greater school. Like when you go up there, there's hurricanes painted on every window, and so I think sort of the transition dictated the outcome a little bit, but that Bluffton, it's a new Bluffton staff, right? And Rod's back, and
Manning's on the bench too, and he brings a ton of energy and enthusiasm. He's the hype man,
right?
Like, they got a good vibe going on there, man. It's a good vibe.
Yeah, they do for sure. And Micaiah, came back from HHCA, of course, and put up a couple free throws or buckets or whatever it was late to kind of seal. So like, you know what? You love to see it. It's sort of the same thing in Bluffton football. I mean, it was down for a while, and then the coaching change, and it's just re-energized out of nowhere, right? Yep. And that's what you hope continues through the season. And of course, I think they have a shot at being competitive through the long haul, as does Hampton. But there's other schools obviously we'll go through over the course of the night where it's they're not going to be quite as good or really as competitive at that level, but we'll see, right?
Yeah,
it is what it is. It's like when we were talking about the Creek girls, or tonight we had the May River Ridgeland Hardyville girl. Like neither of those teams, none of those teams are going to do a ton, but they do have some good individual talent, which is certainly interesting to watch, right?
Yeah, the Exley girls scored 21 for Ridgeland tonight. They beat May River 48-39. Your girl Liz Duncan, she's like a 7th grader or 8th grader, right? Scored 17 for May River.
Yeah, no, she's 9th now. She's a
she's 9th grader.
Yeah, she's a homeschool kid. May River's pulled up 2 or 3 8th graders.
Yeah, they're young
from River Ridge, so they're super young. So I don't think there's a lot expected of them. Liz is going to be a nice player. She shoots the ball well. She goes harder than all get out. Great family, and wish her nothing but big success. And of course, this was her first night on the varsity stage, and she got some volume, and then she did something with it. So you love to see it. Now, Jade Nexley, love her as an athlete. Like I've tried to have her out for H2 years in a row. I think it's sort of a difficult proposition for a variety of different reasons, but doesn't take away from the fact that she did make our 25-26 team last year, and she is a physical kid who has always had a big So she's one of these kids, Justin. Actually, Jaden actually played for like Ridgeland Middle School in the COVID year.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And she averaged like 30 points a game. And then everyone in Ridgeland disappeared for like 3 years. And then, we tried hard because we heard of her. She was like mythical for a while. Like the kid, where is she? What's up? And then she came back, and, she hasn't really performed at that level on the high school level. And I think she's had also like 3 or 4 coaches in 3 or 4 years, right? So like that.
Yeah, it's been a revolving door.
Yeah, so it makes it difficult, but like talented kid for sure, man. Physical, like that doesn't shock me that she's putting up numbers. I've really always enjoyed watching her play. So good on them to get themselves a win. Right there. And May River, I know they're building and they're certainly very young. So Liz getting some volume and some shine she was like Bluffton Middle star last year, right? So, and then she plays on that H2 2027 national team. So she's a whole problem in waiting.
Cool. Love the young kids coming up. I mean, we're seeing Takoya is about to graduate, so we got to have a new, young.
She's having a year though, man. She's having a year right now.
We'll start for Bluffton's girls as well. Put up 60 in this game tonight. I mean, that's a Bluffton team that certainly have always shown quality defense, but the consistent scoring has kind of been there sometimes, been there, not been there some other times. So good on them to start the season on the right footing. But I'm excited to see this Bluffton squad because I just think this is the year they want to put it all together for Koya's last season. Can they find the supporting players to help continue what Koya started? I think Amira Brown's going to be a big part of that.
So check it out, man. Amira 14, Lyric 14 tonight. Love it.
Yes.
No, but they've been texting each other for 2 days, getting after each other about and mostly Amira, to be quite honest. Amira's trying to get after Lyric and and Lyric's like whatever, because that's the way Lyric is. She's casual and sort of Estel, right? Laid back. She's like, we're going to show up and do what we do. But they both ended up with 14 tonight. Definitely Hampton County. When Janiah Carter, got pulled away to Columbia. It sort of like changed the whole sort of, prospect of what their season can and can't be. I mean, she was going to be one of the legitimate point guards in the area, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's a bummer about her, moving away because she definitely would have changed things for them this season.
No doubt.
Cool photo. We got Javon in the green room. I'm going to pull him in just a second, but I did want to share this. It's pretty fun. Maybe I can get to share. We've got a fun photo from tonight. You've seen it, Robbie. It's a good one. Lyric and Myra with the jersey swap after the game.
Oh, I'd love to see the jersey swap.
I actually have some video of it too, but the photo is easier to get to. I love the jersey swap.
Did you take that one? Miss Sharon take that one? Who took it?
I took that one, but Miss Sharon also has one. Willie's back.
Yeah, I bet she does. Yeah.
Miss Sharon also got
those two are great kids, man.
Yeah, no, I love them. Lyric was like, "Hey, Justin," she was back for me, but I do have to shout out a couple sponsors. Our varsity sponsors, DDS Web Design. If you need a website or if you need more clicks on yours, call on my friends Dave and Denise at DDS Web Design, and they'll get you up and running with the best SEO tactics so that you can get found online and do more with your business or organization. And Parker Law Group, they've been serving people with their legal needs across Hampton, Colleton, and Jasper counties for years, and now they've come on board to help us continue to expand our coverage into those counties and celebrate more student athletes and teams. And now we welcome in another dude who loves to celebrate our area's teams and athletes, Javon Livingston from Beaufort's Own. What's up, brother? Did you get something to eat?
What's going on, man? Yeah, definitely had to grab something, man. I go to work, early in the morning, so from there to the game time, man, it's like, I get up 2:00 in the morning, so I got to grab something at some point, man.
I hear you, brother. You're grinding. You're burning it at both ends for sure. But we talked a little with Tristan earlier. But what were your takeaways from that Battery Creek win tonight against Stahl? I tuned in when I got home and saw that they were up by like 18 with time ticking down, and I was like, nice. That's a nice win for CJ.
Defense.
Yeah.
Defense. They what I'm saying, it's 43, but they went after it. I think that's some intensity that I didn't see before. I mean, it's one thing to try to tell your, kids, stay active, keep your hands in the air, stay moving, but they were actually effective with it, and they made it very, very hard for Stahl to get some passes off. And Stahl, the 43 they got, it was a hard earned 43. They had to get all those. I don't think they got any uncontested shots off really throughout that whole night. And then the takeaway was Gabe Leggett, man, he had 5 threes. I think he went 5 for 6 on the night. So that they got a 3-point shooter out there for sure at Battery Creek. So it was a good win to start off the season for Coach Brown, who's done everything right for the Battery Creek basketball program except win some basketball games. So hopefully he can get a good start this year.
Yeah, that's the program I really want to see take it to that next level. I mean, those guys work so hard over there, and man, I just love to see a program like that succeed. Because they've been chopping at the bit. These, they had that good year a few seasons back with David Smith transferring over, and hoping to see that they can get back to a strong level this year. So, yeah, are you on board with what this Battery Creek team can do this year in 3A? How do you rank them compared to Beaufort very early on in the year?
It was enough to get me excited for Battery Creek versus Beaufort. I know that. I think that's going to be a game to see how those two compete. I mean, Coach Huff himself has just shown to be a heck of a basketball coach, regardless of who's on the court. He's done a good job over there at Beaufort High. And then Battery Creek, I'm excited to see them going because I just love the rivalry. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm a Dolphins guy, so I always want my Dolphins to win, man. But just like me, when I root for pro teams, man, I just want a good game. Sometimes I don't even throw my hat in the ring. I just want a good game. You know what I'm saying? If it's a rivalry, let it be a rivalry. I don't like rivalries where one team wins for like 10 years. I don't. So I don't like that too much. So, but actually, I don't think it's gonna change with football for a while. But for basketball, I'm definitely excited to see it in that defense, the way they got after it tonight. You got that 3-point shooter out there. It's gonna be nice. And Mathis turned it on. The preseason accolades he's got. He was a little slow start, but he started cooking in the second half, getting into the lane. So I'm excited for what they can do, man.
Yeah, man, that's exciting. Holy cow! I'm trying to watch trying to get Wes's video up here from Bluffton. He's got all kind of crazy stuff. All kind of crazy things happened over there. It looks like, but here's something that happened at Bluffton. I think that was the third free throw.
Almost had it.
Got a good look at
it. Had a chance.
Councilwoman Bridget Frazier was there tonight. All the stars were out at Bluffton. And then we've also got Coach Gabriel's post game here. I bet he was jacked up.
Yeah, everybody was jacked up.
Have asked much more for your first game as head coach for the Bluffton Bobcats.
Yeah, a little too exciting, but just enjoyed the kids had a lot of energy, and it's good to see the kids smiling and having fun and showing a lot of energy and showing a lot of passion. So good win, solid win. That's a heck of a basketball team we just beat, but a lot of kids stepped up in the second half, hit some shots and got some great rebounds and whatnot. So I'm proud, glad to be a part of Bluffton High School.
Tell me about that no-quit mentality that you saw in the second half from you guys.
Yeah, that's what we told them at halftime, that we felt like we kind of gave them some points right there. You take that three-pointer away at the halftime, and we only held them to 24 points. But that's what we talked about at halftime is let's don't quit. We're right into the game, and let's get back in the game. And that's what we did in the third quarter. I think we were ahead at the end of the third. Yep. And so we just carried that momentum, and we had a chance to fold a couple of times, but we just kept coming back. So showed a lot for our kids, and again, just proud of their effort, and that's what I told them at the end. Just we had a no quit mindset, and that you can't ask for anything better than that.
What did you guys do defensively to get back in the game?
Yeah, well, we just turned them over a little bit. I think uncharacteristic for them. I think we created a little bit more turnovers, but again, we just. I thought we rebounded well. We went to the free throw line. We were more aggressive offensively, but that's a tough team. I mean, they're very athletic. They make you play a different style than you want to, and you have to just kind of grind it out. But that's what we did. We didn't quit, and got us a win at the first of the year. So
a couple of clutch free throws at the end, making 3 straight. That is not easy to do.
I thought that was going to be kind of our Achilles heel was free throws, but I think we looked at it and we were 16 for 24, and Makai, Richie, and Carnell all hit, big clutch free throws down the stretch. And I can't say enough about Jamari. I mean, stepping up, hitting 3 free throws with 0.4 seconds on the clock to send us in overtime. I mean, that's big time.
And that last second defense there at the end, when it looked like Hampton was about to steal it.
Yeah.
I think number 25 got in there.
I told Carnell to not go for steals, to let it kind of fall in his lap. But, kids went for a steal, and, it is what it is. And it about cost us, but it's a good learning mistake or a learning tool.
How do you build on this as you continue to build this team heading into December and then reaching
play? Well, that's what I told them in the locker room. Don't get too high and don't get too low. Great win, but we got to turn around and play tomorrow at Islands, and if we'd happened to go over there and not play like we normally do, tonight's for naught. So we got a tough week coming up, but it's a good way to start the season. I'm so proud of the kids.
And they're going right after it, going to Islands after that. Whew. That's a pretty good little test to start things off. But no, that's a really nice win for them. I'm impressed with the work they've done in the offseason to be ready to come out swinging like that.
Yeah, for sure. Jamari's grown so much as a player over the last 2 or 3 years. It's crazy.
Yeah. What was the question, Vaughn?
I was about to say, Island's good basketball school.
I don't know, but anytime you go over to Savannah and you play public school, you're gonna have your hands full. That's how
I believe you. I was just checking because I got that marked on the calendar there. You guys haven't seen it yet, but I got it marked over there on my big board over here. I just had to look back. I was like, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how good they are, but like I said, usually when you go play a private school or a public school in Savannah, you get what you expect to get.
Over there.
You get your money's worth. Right, Rob? No, isn't that typically the case?
I mean, I would think so a little bit. I mean, Savannah plays good basketball.
Yeah.
They, and they had a far larger quantity of high, from low majors to mid majors, even to high majors. Over there over the last bunch of years. So I don't think Islands is, like a perennial dog or anything of that nature.
Yeah.
It's not like playing Johnson in good years or things of that nature. But
you don't have to deal with UTAF.
Yeah. So but I think, but I definitely, with Bluffton, I mean, being good, right? But how good, Islands could be right there for him. So
and then they got
definitely a test. Yeah.
Busy week.
I like it. I like the scheduling, man. They're getting after it, and I like the energy. Like I said earlier, I like the vibe around that.
December's wild, man.
Yeah, it's cool. We're not even into December yet. It's still November.
I know. December's crazy.
Palliative care month.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. November, December is just literally as wild in high school basketball because the matchups are just stuff you don't really picture the rest, from in a
and I love when the areas play each other. When you get Lowco and Lowco games to start the year with.
Yeah, you missed it, Wes. We talked about Coach Doc was on to talk about the Cross Stingrays' big win over the Swamp Rabbits of the Complete Student.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess that was a region game that we didn't really recognize on the front end. So So
Well,
certainly,
it just had varsity opponent, so I wasn't sure what that meant.
I think that was the girls, man. Come on, we went over this.
Maybe
For
that
like
was
the
the
first,
girls. I thought the guys said
that was like
varsity
the
opponent
20-minute
as well.
lead in.
I'm not sure the swamp mat rabbits exist on that.
Hey, but let me give. This is going to be something that I know shocks everyone, but we're also need to give big love to the JP2 girls who are continue to play well with a much harder schedule than they've had over the last couple of years, right? So they played Cathedral tonight and beat them, I think, by 8. And Cathedral's the defending SCISA 2A champ and returned pretty much everyone.
And Cathedral beat them last week, and they came back and beat them by 8 tonight. Gracie Henderson lights out tonight, 6 threes. She had 18 points and 4 steals. Brady Mahoney had 14 points and 7 boards. Lily Termini had a nice game, 9 points, 4 assists, 6 boards. And Casey Graves, is always, really good on defense and scored 6 points. So no, you're right. That's shout out worthy. Big win.
Yeah. They've been doing and the scheduling's been really nice. Like it's a real 3A, 4A sort of like this was a 2A, but the best of the 2As. So
right. Yeah.
Good on them. Hopefully they continue that momentum as the year goes on and become, sort of as I think SCISA 3A is a little more competitive because Lord knows here's like something that's interesting to talk about, guys, this weekend. Coming up, we got Christian versus Bradwell.
Yeah,
and then
Christian's got like 3 kids that have played varsity basketball before, right?
Yeah, I mean they've got 3 great kids, but they have
3 incredible kids. But I don't think anyone else has played varsity basketball, have they?
Not so much. No, they have Anna Kate Taylor, I believe, who has, and then they've also, they always have like a menagerie of girls, that have played.
Yeah, I mean, like
sort
Caitlin
of on
Jackson,
the bench, but
Caitlin
not
Jackson's
contributors. Yeah.
Right. Caitlin Jackson's kind of like baby Peduzzi right now. She's just like tall and athletic and
she's a great volleyball player, man.
Great kid,
incredible volleyball player.
Yeah. Do whatever you tell her to do. So,
and she gets out in transition. So like she's a good one to have on the court. But it's definitely one of those things where you're going to need all those kids to get 17 through 20 shots. I mean, to even have a shot versus a Bradwell who legit, and then worse yet, right? They have Camden on the schedule coming up. That's far off, actually. I think that's an MLK event. But Camden just beat Hampton Hall. No, Hampton Hall's a community. Who'd they beat? Hampton Heathwood Hall. They beat there you go. They beat the brakes off of Hampton Hall.
Willie's back.
Yeah, but Heathwood Hall lost to Camden by like 35-40.
The Hampton Hall All-Stars, though, I mean,
if you went back through the years and picked their best, I'm sure they're solid.
Well, the Berkeley Hall All-Stars would include Jason Williams, so
that's true. I've often thought about a Hunger Games scenario between these various communities, but yeah.
Oh Lord, I'll take Palmetto Bluff. They got the most hunters, so they'll take it.
You think that's right?
Games, or they're like Brays Plantation out there, Brays Island Plantation. One of them places that got a hunting lodge is gonna take the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I tend to agree.
How in the world do we get to the gated community Hunger Games? I don't know, but I think we've done enough damage. It's been almost an hour. We've got all the scores that we have going across the bottom of the screen, and if we missed any, we will. Doc has Paris Island in the. Fair enough. Doc from the green room, get back in here, Doc.
I told you he's sharp as a tack.
I mean, at the military base, if we're going Hunger Games, right?
Right.
Well, I was thinking gated communities, and I wasn't thinking that kind of gated community at Paris Highland, but
What's the seeding? I want to know like the RPI and SOS and like how we seed these guys.
It's all about net now. It's about net rating. It's not about RPI.
Okay. But like, I would think Long Cove is like the worst. Like they like. Like they're a 60, like they're a 16, right?
I'm too new to the area to say anything besides.
Long Cove's a 16.
Wexford at least has the Navy. You know, they got the port.
Yeah, they control their own water.
Yeah.
So.
Goodness.
Yeah.
We've lost the thread, fellas. It's definitely too late for this. But shout out to the Lowco Booster Club. We got Prime IV Hydration and Wellness over in Belfast. If you haven't been there, go get your drip. Say hi to Max for me. He's a good dude. He's from Evanston, Evanston, Illinois.
Aces.
Yeah, he's good people. No, not Evansville.
Oh.
He's from where Northwestern is, Evanston, Illinois.
He have a purple shirt.
He probably does have a purple shirt, but he didn't go to school there.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess somewhere else. Boston College, I want to say. Is that all right? I don't know. It's too late. The Court Lifestyle Pro, Daniel and Debbie Court, Low Country natives selling the Loco lifestyle on Hilton Head Island. The Barefoot Floor Care, Chris Odom, get your floors so clean your feet will thank you. Doc, you know a little something about floors, don't you?
Something. Maybe a little bit.
About selling them or something, maybe installing them, but get them clean. If any of your floor people need clean floors, tell them to go to Chris, Barefoot Floor Care, the Low Country. Prime Rooted Living Wellness. If you need to get cracked up with a fellow Mizzou grad, Dr. Ambrose Cole will take care of you over there. He's a great guy. Eagle Creations, great place if you need some last minute items to promote your business or some apparel or some Proudly Southern custom gift baskets for you guys that need some gifts. And Jay's Barber Shop, the place to be in Ridgeland, cool place to hang out. Tacos to the left, tacos to the right. Can't go wrong. Al Pastor, always a winner. Fellas, any parting thoughts? Any things to add before we call tonight?
I was about to say the
Bluffton game. My God, that was something else. I knew this team would have some talent, and certainly losing a guy like Jalen Linder, who was going to come back and really help lead the way, but it was his whole effort out there. And the way they just played relentless defense in that second half. When you saw Hampton was really having all the energy and all the momentum. Man, It was really something to behold from this Bluffton team. So I'm really high on them. I'm not sure I'm going to put the top of the region because you got James Allen, Lucy Peckham, they're perennial powerhouses in 7-4A, but all our local teams, I think Bluffton is right up there. Obviously, just
don't sleep on Colleton now. Don't sleep on Colleton.
I'm keeping my eye on them too. That's a senior-laden group. We've talked about some of those guys for years, like Hamilton, Gant. It's only a matter of time. Those guys have been there a while.
Nick Williams.
Yep.
Vaughn, what do you have, man?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I guess I can't say anything like any given Sunday when it comes to basketball. I play almost every day of the week, but I was just we were talking about Bluffton going to Islands, and I just had a moment because I had to do some research for myself. They got I think they might be all right. They got a total of what is that? 6, 10, 14 wins in the last 3 years at Islands High School. So I think Bluffton might be all right. You play like 20 games a year about so.
Yeah, that'll probably be all right then. But now they'll have prep. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna have to pull the air out of the ball, right?
Contrasting styles.
Yeah.
Always interesting.
Oh yeah.
Plus, it's just
I think it's going to be a good
public
year
right?
for basketball in the Low Country area. Just overall, I think some teams are going to surprise us, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun this year.
Yeah, I mean Battery Creek was full tonight. I think I saw everybody. High school, South Carolina high school league wise on the north of the broad there. I mean, you had Well Branch was in the house. Buford High came in. Samari Bonds came in like the third quarter. Bridges Prep was in there, and then I don't know how they let it happen, man. Gregory Gilbert came in there like during halftime, and they let him dunk the ball. That's a rivalry right there. That's not supposed to happen. That ain't supposed to happen. He just casually walked up. Somebody tossed him a ball and he dunked it during halftime.
That or Eagles guards are pretty good. Number 2, we screwed
Elijah
up.
Mathis, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know his name. He was really good, especially in the passing lanes.
Yeah, he got really good going in the second half there and started dropping some buckets. So I was interested to see him and how well he was going to play for them. But I'm excited for what they can do, and at least to see Coach Brown, a friend of mine since high school days, see him get some in the win column, man, because he does everything right. Just got to get them wins, man.
Yeah.
That's right. About right. That's about right.
Good people, man. I'm rooting for him to have success. But well, hey, thanks for coming along for the ride, fellas. This was everything I dreamed it would be. We got a full house, on the first full slate Tuesday, and hopefully more people who are out in the gyms on Tuesday and Friday nights will join us late night to talk about what all happened out there on the Lowco hoop scene. Thanks to our sponsors. Thanks to everybody who joined us to talk hoops, and thanks most of all to y'all who hung around to listen or watch. We appreciate you. And until next time, go Lowco.